Hello everyone, welcome back to the Round 1 Feature Card FPO coverage of the OTB Open sponsored by Innova. My name is Missy Gannon.
I'm Greg Sloan, but you can call me the fish.
We've got back nine coverage for you at the beautiful Swenson Park Golf Course, brought to you by OTB Discs. If you haven't watched the front nine yet, make sure to go check that out first.
Yeah, exciting action there on the front nine, including an awesome birdie from Widboom to finish off hole 9.
Yeah, gotta go check that out.
Here we see some of the grounds here at Swenson Golf Course, Swenson Park, here at the OTBO. This is hole 10.
Yeah, hole 10 is 263 feet. It is a par 3, and it feels like it should be easy, but for some reason, you know, with the wind and the slope and the OB behind with the bunker and the golf green, it definitely takes a touch shot to get up and close to this basket. So, you know, again, one of the holes that we are all looking to capitalize on because of, you know, the shortness of it, but yeah, it's gonna take a good shot, and Ellen opts for that inside left route with that forehand, and she dropped a little bit short, but she's got an open look.
Yeah, we gotta avoid these large trees about 3/4 of the way down the fairway,
which I did not do. Just hung it out a bit too wide and just hitting that one tree and dropping pretty short.
Definitely see a shift in the wind as you leave this sort of more protected area and extend closer to the green. So it's doing some weird things to the disc once it emerged past those large trees.
Yeah, Jess also contacting that same tree that I hit. It's a pretty big gap, and it's sometimes doesn't. I don't know. We should be hitting this gap pretty easily.
And Holyn skewers the gap.
And she's like, "Come on, ladies.
You don't hit the gap.
This is how you do it."
Much better than that. And Holyn is parked. All right, there's your second shot.
Yeah, a little meat left on that bone, but
should be able to knock that in.
Yeah, we'll be all right.
All right, here's Jessica again, stretching out. She caught herself at the base of this tree.
Yeah, I believe that was a Sonic, just trying to float one up in there.
Gave it a bid and left it a little high.
Yeah, got away from her a bit.
A bit of that right to left pushing the disc. Here's Ellen.
Inside the circle.
All of a sudden the wind has died all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Oh. And she kisses left again. She's missed left now a couple times today.
Luckily that sat short of the OB sand trap.
Boom. There's that putter again.
Yeah. Feels good when you can save your strokes.
Right when the headwind decided to come back to the hole, Jessica's will have it for her putt.
Yeah, similar wind, just
wow, it just pushed it down. And that is her first major error of the round.
Yep. She still has a great round going, but bogey free feels so good, and it's so hard to do most of the time.
27% of the field birdied this one.
And Holyn was one of them, so she showed us how to play that hole. But we take a long walk across to hole 11, 657-foot par 4. Not a whole lot of danger to deal with. There is an OB line all along the right side, and then a Mando on the left. I think we're passing that tree right now, but pretty much wide open on the tee. It's really all about this second shot because there's a lot of trees to navigate. It's a pretty guarded basket, but you do have several options to approach this hole.
Were you attacking right side on this one also?
I was attacking right side, and it's really it was really hard. It's a really hard shot, especially because, you know, it still takes quite a bit of distance to get up there, and then you're sort of relying on some like ground play to get it pretty close.
All right, Holyn opening up, and she has the tee box after that birdie.
Yeah, she can bomb for sure. So we're all really trying to like push that golf fairway and get it as far down there as possible.
A lot of room to work on this opening drive, but you definitely don't want to be too far left. I believe there's a Mando tree far left there.
So I'm looking for a full flex shot. We had a tailwind on this hole, so that was really nice and comfortable to commit to that flex line. Just a little bit too much Anheuser, and it didn't quite have time to flex out. Jess also working that full flex line. She does make good on that and throws perfect shot right onto that fairway.
Here's Ellen again with her second shot.
Yeah, and this is one of the options you have because it's really, honestly, it's wooded on either side. So you can play that left side and hyzer right into the basket, or, play this shot, which actually I was a little bit straighter on than I normally was in practice. So I was able to throw that kind of low line, flat, straight
calling
shot.
for it to get up in it?
Yeah, a little bit too low, but I've got a circle 2 look.
Holyn pushes her approach a little bit wide left, but should be relatively clear look. Again, you have to navigate this hill, which makes your window a little bit smaller, but Jess doesn't have any problem with that.
Yeah, that was a perfect shot. It does roll a little bit. You see her saying, get down, but it rolled a little bit out to the left. But I believe she's still inside circle 1. Ellen coming up a bit short on the second shot, but she's able to toss a forehand up into the circle. And so I've got, my putter's feeling good. I'm deep into circle 2, but definitely looking to get this one in. Just a little bit right. Not too much, not enough direction to the basket. I was a little bit right.
And here's Holyn attempting, and she catches the bottom of the base. Yeah, the tailwind knocking that one down maybe.
And just getting it to sit right about, 12, 15 feet and capitalizing.
And that's how you bounce back after a bogey.
That's true. Yes.
So huge birdie there from Jessica to get her round back on track. And Ellen, she's in as well.
Yeah, so we'll see 3 pars and 1 birdie on this hole. Honestly, that we played it pretty well. I'm sure there will be a few more birdies on this hole from other cards, but no bogeys, so we're happy.
So this was a pretty exciting part of the course because it was a congruence of several holes. There was one of the larger viewing areas was here next to hole 12's tee pad, and it's a beautiful hole. Attacking this green, which is protected by, again, these large oaks.
Yeah, there's OB, really tall grass and water on the right, and then there is a ball golf green on the left side. But yeah, like you said, there's a lot of fans hanging out over to the right, and this is a part of the course and part of the round where the wind really starts to rip. We weren't expecting it. It had been pretty calm most of the day so far, and it just started. It was a raging headwind.
And you can see the flag flickering there on the top of the basket as Jessica just sends it right at it.
Yeah, we were all kind of like switching it up and trying to figure out what we're going to throw because it wasn't what we practiced.
Just low, and she leaves it just feet away. It's a drop-in for birdie.
Yeah, nice little kick off the back of the tree and then rolled right back to the basket.
Using the tree as a backstop. Holyn sending a mid-range, I believe.
And it
Maybe even her shield, if memory serves. I think I saw it there.
I think it might have been
I think it was her VIP shield.
And it just didn't have a chance in that wind and
It found the OB.
Just stayed super straight into the OB.
All right, Ellen putting a rip on this. And she's going to be testing on that golf green a little bit on the left side, but she should be fine. All right, lining up the backhands. Here you are.
Yeah.
You can see the wind pushing the signage and the limbs of the trees here.
Yeah, trying to wait it out a little bit. I threw something pretty overstable, but
the wind just
didn't have a chance. And it's probably something to mention right before I teed off. There was some wildlife happenings.
Oh, that's right. I believe we had
it was
a nature calls.
Yeah, a fox was carrying some of its prey back to the babies, maybe. But it was so cool to see. But it definitely, wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, y'all were very conscientious of the animals. PETA would have approved. Holyn not testing that one with the wind whipping now. She already has the OB stroke. She's going to take her 4.
Yeah, and there we see Jess's drive hit the backstop.
Fantastic.
Parked for her birdie. Going birdie after that bogey.
Ellen, she'll drop in her par.
And Holyn and I are unfortunately grabbing a bogey. I was also bogey free, so I was really not super happy about getting a bogey.
I'm sure you weren't thinking about losing a stroke to the card there on that hole.
Yeah, it's a pretty short hole, and, it happens, though.
All right. Here, again, another challenging hole here. The hits keep coming at Swenson Golf Course. This is hole 13. Long water carry. Again, we see a lot of flexing backhand shots sort of back towards these trees and then finishing the smooth green towards the basket. A lot of skip on this green.
A lot of skip, and for better or worse, because this basket sits right on the edge of the water, and definitely reachable for all of us, I would say, but you have to test and be confident that you are throwing the correct angles to make sure your disc sits nice and pretty under the basket. So you'll see a lot of shots kind of hang to the right a little bit more to just be safe.
And just as we were talking about it, Jessica does just about perfectly and tests that late OB, but she's inbounds and she should have an easy look for her too.
Yeah, beautiful flex line on something pretty overstable.
Ellen just avoided the trouble there, I think. She got back to that right side fairway.
She was probably looking for a little bit more flip. We did have a pretty big tailwind on this hole. Holyn
sending it up the middle.
Right up the middle, just.
There you see that ground play. She must have gotten 35 or 40 feet of skip once she got up to that barren part of the green.
Yeah, just around circle's edge. And I'm just trying to go straight at it and
a nice look to it.
Yeah, grab some skips at the end, and I will also be just about circle's edge, looking straight at the water.
So test your putt with a ripping wind now, as you see. Again, our windiest round was here on Friday, and you're seeing the impact of that.
Holyn kind of went a little long, so she's actually still looking at the water. It's not an easy putt, but a little bit more straight on it.
She would have liked to have gotten that too. It was a good effort.
I'm never laying up an inside the circle putt. I don't care how dangerous it might be, but
you do the right thing.
Yeah, that was amazing. That felt so good to grab that, especially after the bogey on 12.
And that was pretty much a true tailwind.
Yeah, it was a little bit left to right tail.
And Jess is in for her easy two. And that's 2 in a row there.
Yeah, actually, I think that was her third, but yeah,
it is hole 13.
She is just rocking it right now.
A turkey for Jessica.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go. Hole 14.
Really tough par 4. 711 feet, doesn't feel super long, but just the way this hole is designed, it takes 2 very, very good and pretty big shots to get to the basket in 3 or in 2. So we have a couple of options. You can carry the water off the tee all the way to the end, and that's your best chance at setting yourself up for the shot into the green. Or, you can play it a little safer, go that inside route, kind of hyzer off to the left, then maybe throw another hyzer, and maybe play it for a 4. It's a tough par 4.
All right, Jessica airs it out. This might be the signature hole of the Swenson Golf Course. Beautiful water carry, beautiful green.
Yeah, and that tree that she actually went past is sort of that marker. If you can get around the tree, you're going to get more distance off the tee. But I'm just playing it in front of the tree because I don't want to have anything to do with it. I just want to make sure I'm safe off the tee and then go from there.
Ellen pushing that flick and letting the wind take it, getting it to flip over, and she's safe.
Got lots of distance off of that. Holyn, no shortage of power from her.
Playing around the tree there, right?
Yes, I do believe she was trying to go past the tree on the right side and hyzer in.
And it just got gobbled up, so she is out of bounds on that drive.
So there is a drop zone that she proceeds to. You also have the option of taking it where it was last in bounds, but the drop zone was definitely more favorable.
And she's playing up to the landing area, or at least she attempts to.
Yeah.
And she finds the out of bounds, fortunately, one more time.
Yeah.
All right, so you've had a chance to maybe read the wind there a little bit. Want to avoid that right side water. Keep it safe.
Yeah, from practice, I just decided this is going to be a par for me. And just playing it left side, give myself, 200 feet to the basket for a nice, easy par.
No birdies on this one. on the first day.
Yeah, I would be surprised, honestly, with the way that wind picked up. Maybe some of the earlier cards had a better opportunity, but it's just a very difficult par 4, and par feels just fine.
All right, Ellen trying to navigate that ceiling of trees, catches a limb, but she'll be just inside the circle. Now Holyn is playing with the 2 penalty strokes now.
Yeah, just trying to put it close and get off this hole. She had a pretty clean round going so far, and that was just...
Another brutal roll.
Yeah.
Came in a little hot, but then the reaction off the tree was really unlucky.
Definitely not what she was looking to see after trying to just get off this hole.
All right, here you are playing this left side gap, and you should be easily up for your 4.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Tap in par.
It's in the caddy book, and it's a check mark. All right, Jessica, little semi-bid.
Yeah.
She'll have a 15-footer or so comebacker. Holyn with a really long attempt here after the brutal roll away.
Yeah, I believe this would be for her 6.
Gives a slight bid, but again, there's water in danger here if you are really too aggressive.
Yeah, and again, she's just trying to minimize strokes, and
at this point, she's trying to get to the next hole.
Yeah. Ripping headwind for Jess just to save her par. She does not want to get any bogeys. She's on a tear right now.
All of it to get into the basket, but it's in.
Yeah, she's feeling good. You could tell by her demeanor. She knows she's got a good round going, and it helps to be positive on the green, no matter if there's a ripping headwind for a 20-foot putt. You just got to stay positive.
And then a forlorn Holyn Handley walks up to her. Triple bogey.
Yeah, you could tell, by her body language. She's just like, all right, let's get out of here and go get a birdie.
Time to rebound. It's a tough part. It's a long course, but it's all about resetting and being ready to take on the next challenge, right?
Yeah, which is hole 15, 501-foot par 4. This is actually one of the few, or at all, the first and only one that we really have that we, as the FPO field, have a longer tee pad, and it is a par 4, whereas for the men it's shorter, but it's a par 3 for them. So pretty cool adjustment, and I think that it was really, really great, and it definitely made so much sense. So for us, we're just trying to... Very
different hole.
Yeah, we're just a different approach to a design for a hole, which is really cool. We're just trying to lay up short of that OB pond that you saw, and then we're attacking what feels like an island green. It's not an island, so you don't have to be within those boundaries that you see from the walls, but it just feels like it has that that island.
With the water looming, you don't want to be too far past those walls on your comeback putt.
For sure. I mean, it definitely is a shorter par 4, so we're trying to get that birdie, but it requires an accurate second shot and a confident putt.
And that's great positioning for Holyn for her second shot. Ellen, she'll go first here.
Yeah, she's sort of
playing the left side.
Yeah, she's definitely shorter off the tee than she knows she can be. So she
unfortunately finds the water actually as it creeps around that hillside.
Yeah, she was just trying to play that left side and give her a shorter third shot. Unfortunately, does trickle into the OB water.
Here you are attacking, going across the water and finding the back edge of this green, which again, it's not an OB wall, but it does distinguish a little bit of an island.
Yeah, with that left to right headwind, it was all about just getting it in bounds at that point. Yes, we all want a birdie on this hole, but in the conditions that we had...
going around the left side of the palm, Jessica with her forehand.
Yeah.
Is it just on the circle's edge?
Yeah, it just felt like getting a par is going to be fine. I was still hoping that would get closer, but it's all good.
Jess will have a slightly death putt. Look at her 3. Holyn trying to get in good position here to bounce back after the 7.
Yeah.
And she does. What a great shot.
Yeah, she was set up perfectly at that front edge.
Again, she's been executing a lot of her drives, a lot of her upshots, and then struggling on the green. So we'll hope that she improves throughout the weekend. There's Ellen, her forehand. Again, the wind's kind of taking the bottom edge of it and pushing it long.
Yeah, I'm just laying this one up. I'm well in circle 2 and too much danger to really be bothered with.
Yeah, definitely a short shelf over here on the backside of this, but wow.
There we go.
Confident putt there from Ellen. She had to deal with the out of bounds penalty stroke.
Yeah, so she does get a bogey, but she at least minimizes to just that.
All right, Jess, in for 3.
Yeah. Straight up death putt, looking right at the water.
Ooh, a little right to left wind, and she finds the front of the cage. Pretty on target, just short. Holyn.
There we go.
Cleans up her birdie. Great putt there.
Taking off those strokes from the last hole. At least one of them.
Well, again, you got to start somewhere, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, here we see the tap-ins from the rest of the card. And energy-wise, how are you feeling at this point?
Pretty good. I mean, I think the whole card was in good spirits, and we kind of know that these last 3 holes are going to be tough birdies.
Pace of play was much slower on day 1, which I guess is probably typical.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you could definitely notice that the round is not quite up to 4 hours at this point, but we're at well past the 3-hour mark.
Yeah, I don't know. It felt good. I never felt super tired after any of the rounds. Like it was a long course, but it was
overall
fun.
Conditions were very good.
Yeah, very nice conditions. So hole 16, a big par 4, takes a very specific tee shot to get yourself in an opening that gives you the clearest look for your second shot. Lots of trees to navigate and an OB cart path all along the left side. Pretty open on the right side, so you're not too much danger to worry about, but
big flexing forehand here.
Yeah.
From Jessica. She comes back in bounds. She's safe.
That's a great spot to be. It's still going to be a technical second shot, but she's inbounds and right in the middle.
Now this is right in a stretch of 4 par 4s leading into the par 5, hole 18. Mm-hmm. So critical strokes to be gained or lost here.
Yes.
And there you are, just going right down the middle, trying to avoid this tree.
Woo!
And the spotter's trying to avoid the frisbee.
Yeah, and actually that was probably one of the best positions I had ever been in.
Mm-hmm.
And
Ellen trying to get the forehand to come back, but it just pushes too straight and doesn't have the energy to get back in bounds.
Yeah, we had a tail kind of right to left wind, so it just really wasn't. It was going to have to work really hard to get back to the right.
Yeah. All right, but she does well. Bite off a big chunk there on her second shot.
And so you can see Jess is going to challenge that OB left cart path. Go over the cart path. Miss the
spotter and a huge flare skip.
Right.
Just outside of circle 1. That is unbelievable.
Yeah.
What a way to attack the hole.
That's a scary shot.
Yeah, it basically hangs out of bounds almost the entirety of the flight before it skips back in. So she was lucky also to avoid that post.
Holyn in a decent spot to attack the green, but there is a low ceiling the entire way. And I'm also kind of looking at a similar line. And I hit one branch that I was not trying
that
to
tree
hit,
was
obviously.
That tree was giving you was bothering you this weekend.
Yeah.
You might have to go trim that one up. That little itty bitty tree.
Uh-huh.
Gosh. All right, here you are. Third shot,
trying to put it close with my putter.
Slightly elevated basket.
Yep. I think I hit the base, maybe.
I think that sounds right. Or sounded right.
Yeah.
All right, here's Holyn.
Giving it a bid.
Ooh,
she's definitely trying.
bid.
Yeah, that was a great bid.
Well, she was effectively there,
Mm-hmm.
and she has to take the chances now, so she's definitely not going to be laying that up.
Yep.
All right.
Jess also definitely running this.
Wow. And catches metal a little bit left side cage and out.
What a great birdie that would have been, but she is just fine. Shooting well.
And it just rises a little bit there on Ellen. Catches the band. You can see the wind. We're at a sustained 14 to 15 miles an hour at this point with gusts.
Yeah. Yeah, once it picked up over on hole 12, it just kind of
was
stuck
steady.
around.
All right. Jess is just going to clean this up.
Yeah, she's dealing with some headwind on an elevated basket, so it's never a gimme, but
Takes her time.
Yeah, she's feeling just fine.
She's got the headphones in, smiling,
Mm-hmm.
playing golf. All right, Ellen's clean up her. Now she had...
I think it's a double bogey after that first OB shot.
Right. The drive went out of bounds, so she ends up with the double.
And I'm just cleaning up my par. I'm okay with it. It's a tough hole, but...
Again, is that in the caddy book? You're maybe trying to get up there and have your long birdie look?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely is a hole that we can birdie. It's just going to take
It
two
definitely
good
seems
shots.
like there was, you had the positioning and the shot
Definitely.
to get there each time, but
Yeah.
a little bit of flack from the trees interfered with that. All right, here we go. Turning stretch. It's hole 17 before we turn around for the long par 5 to come back home. Water on the right. Lots of danger with this peninsula green.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love that this is at the end of the round. It's going to take, all the energy that you have to get this birdie if you're looking to attack this hole. It's kind of one of those ones where coming down the stretch, it could be a round breaker or a maker. So super cool to have such a tough hole towards the end of the round. But yeah, we are just trying to get all the way as far down the fairway as we can off of this tee. And if we're feeling the confidence, we can try to hit that peninsula green on the second shot. But there's no shame in playing it safe and throwing a straight shot, then a chip hyzer and an approach. But we'll see what we got.
Holyn finds that tree on her drive after the par. Jessica second off, and she's pushing that left side with the flick, and she finds a late tree.
So she's got some distance off the tee at least, but
kind of gotten past the first window that you definitely want to advance off the tee. Again, you push left, testing that green, but you're fine.
Yeah, I got pretty far down there,
Really
so
great
I
drive.
might be thinking about going for this, except the wind is howling, so it's going to take a lot of confidence to execute that second shot.
All right, Holyn looking to keep it low here after the ricochet on her drive.
Yeah, so, I mean, birdie's pretty much out of the question here, and Holyn's
needs
just
to
trying to get herself in position.
Bites off a little too much.
It flips over. She said, really? After she let that go. So I think she just wasn't expecting it to flip like that.
Yeah. Again, that's one of those deceptive times when you go from these more protected areas into a much windier part of the golf course.
Yeah. Jess just opting to lay up that second shot. It's very smart. She knows where she's sitting at this point.
Ellen's had a good vantage point. She's just seen Holyn's shot go in the water, and she has similar difficulty there as it kind of checks up too early and hits the tree, I believe.
Yeah, I
and then
think it
into
did
the water.
hit the tree. Yeah. And I'm feeling saucy, so
He's trying to burn it across
honestly, there. it was like one of the best positions I'd been in, and I was
After
just
the
like,
practice.
it's round one. If there's any round that I'm going to go for it, it'll be round one because there's, it's fine. There's nothing on the line really right now.
You position yourself well throughout the first rounds.
Yeah.
Now Holyn playing after an OB water. Unfortunately, she does skip in.
Yeah.
Almost looked like she was going to leave it short there.
So I'm, this is a scary shot, and this is trying to just salvage a bogey at this point and trying to get it close. And yeah, again,
flinching.
Just like the, just skipping it barely up onto the inbound surface, and I'm left with about 20 feet for a bogey.
All right, here's Jess's third shot. Again, dangerous green, soft forehand approach. She's left it with about a 10-footer.
Perfect.
Holyn, let's see how much I think she's probably trying to get up and down here, similar fashion as earlier.
Yeah, I mean, again, this is to just minimize and get a bogey and move on, and she had all the height in the world.
She gave it a true bid.
Yeah.
Again, positioning there with the water gave you a good opportunity there to take a putt, so she did.
Ellen from downtown.
Boom, baby. That's what we like.
Oh, yeah.
Huge shot there from Ellen.
Yeah, that was to save her bogey, so that That's all right, going OB on this hole. She's happy about it. And that was a scary putt, but it's
the old reliable putter.
Yeah, the putter's been feeling good, so got to keep that confidence.
Need to pull up the Circle 1 stats. All right, Jessica. Boom. She's in the heart of the chains as well.
Easy par. She played this just nice and safe. And
yeah, after that turkey, I think she was feeling good about cruising through these last par fours.
Especially heading into hole 18. 800 feet.
Definitely attackable.
Yeah, it's a par 5. So, it's honestly the first 2 shots are in the woods. So you just have to, I say the woods, but it's where the most trees are. And so you just have to, on your second shot, if you get out to this opening, which all of us can, then you have a pretty open lane to attack this basket. But it sits on a big hill. There's a big drop off behind. There's an OB golf green off to the left, and so
and then the gallery.
Yeah.
So the gallery was even starting to gather here on day one. Definitely a few spectators here for the finish of the FPO cards.
Yeah, super awesome to see so many people out here.
Much like hole 1, well, actually exactly like hole 1, both FPO and MPO fields threw from the same tee. Par 4 for the men, par 5 for the women.
I'm trying to go up. There's a hyzer route on the right that a lot of people are trying to go through.
Flick roller from Ellen.
Roller, which is honestly a great play on this hole.
Look at this.
Just trying to bite off as much distance.
And I thought I was far enough back, but look at the catch cam. Turning to watch this extra distance. It's a great shot.
Oh, yeah. She got at least, 80 feet, if not more, of distance than an air shot would get. So
I think most players would be very happy with that positioning. Holyn airing it out.
Yep, playing that right side hyzer line.
Big shot.
Yeah, she'll be right in the middle. I'm off to the left here, and so I'm trying to it's just, I had a couple different options and trying to just go right way too late of a release and hit one of the first trees available. And
sort of cross back into the center of the fairway as opposed to adding distance, but maybe going left where you bring in that OB golf green.
Yeah, it honestly was more open than I made it look.
All right, here comes Holyn, her second shot. Yep. She extends into this landing area.
Yeah, wide open.
So she'll have a good look for her eagle bid. All right, Jess looks like she's lining up a roller.
Yeah, she's certainly trying to get up there for an eagle look. I mean, why not? Like you said, there were fans hanging out over by the green.
Ooh, and I think it caught like an early limb and took a weird reaction.
Yeah.
Because it looked like the right angle. Ellen with another roller.
Yeah, Ellen's like, well, my first one worked out. Might as well try again.
And here she get me again.
She did.
Well, it's...
No, we love seeing that sort of like
I like
upfront
to see the
footage
distance,
of that.
right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's nice to really see
a little bit of tree there to interfere with her upshot. But she shouldn't have a problem with that.
So I'm... At this point, I know birdie's pretty much out of play unless I throw it in. So I'm just trying to get out to the open and give myself
positioning for the
short
par.
of an upshot as possible. Because I think I'm at 1 under at this point, and coming off this course under par is awesome. So I wanted to stick with that.
All right, Jessica with her big third shot. The forehand attacking the green. Skips off the front edge. It's just a little bit short of the circle, I believe. But she'll have definitely a good look for her birdie.
Yeah, and this is Holyn's third shot.
Get off the green.
Yeah, just getting over the green. She'll be
closest there.
Yeah.
Just inside circle 1, I believe.
Yep, about 22 to 25 feet.
All right, here you are with your approach.
Yeah, I got to put this one close. I don't want to putt.
This is your 4th shot, I believe.
Yeah, I want to get off this course with the par and just move on.
And shouldn't have any problem with that.
Yeah, I was pretty happy to see that.
The putter's been clicking, and that's well within the range. Oh, Ellen does well to avoid that last large oak, protecting the screen.
And this is for birdie, but Jess has got a good round going. And
lots of wind here.
Yeah, I think she's just trying to give us a floaty bid. Maybe it'll go in, but mostly just to keep it close.
Exactly. And Holyn deposits her shot in the basket there.
Yeah, nice way to end on a birdie. She didn't have the round that she was looking for, but...
Up and down scorecard, but definitely like to finish with a birdie going into day 2.
Started with a birdie on hole 1 and ended with a birdie on hole 18. So,
all right, here you are. get your par.
Yeah, I was taking my time on this one. Like I said, I wanted to be under par coming off the round, so.
A lot of variables on this green.
Yeah.
See the wind still steady as Ellen taps in.
Yeah, so two birdies.
Nice birdie there.
Yep.
And a birdie for Jessica.
Actually, or
par
but
for Jessica,
yeah,
right.
2 birdies, 2 par. That's awesome. I mean,
Holyn, that's really great to get her round back going. Here we see the wildlife. Well, that was exciting. What a day.
Yeah, so Jessica Weese just coming off hot, 5 down, leading the tournament
Hot
right
round
now.
of the day.
Yep, so she is back in NorCal, her old stomping grounds where she grew up pretty much. So she's happy to represent, proud.
We are happy to represent OTB TV. Thank you, Missy Gannon, for coming into the studios to finish up round 1 with me. We got 2 more rounds of coverage.
Yeah.
Very exciting stuff. Missy, I think you're going to be back for round 2, right? All right. Stay tuned, everybody.